Nammin sat up slowly as he pressed the phone tighter to his ear, still unsure if this was real life or a hallucination from his medication. Taeyang's voice sounded too warm, too close, like something out of one of those daydreams he'd never admit to having. Taeyang? He whispered. Yeah. Taeyang replied gently, as if trying not to startle him. Sorry if I shocked you. I got your number from Jihoon and I just wanted to check on you. Are you feeling okay? Nammin blinked hard, grounding himself. Yeah, I'm fine. Just resting. That's good. There was a soft exhale on the other end. How are you doing these days? The sincerity in his voice made Nammin's chest tighten. Nobody besides Jihoon ever asked him that. I'm managing, he said carefully. Some days are better than others. Yeah, Jihoon told me, Taeyang murmured. He said you'd been depressed lately. He asked me to help get you a chance at a songwriting position. He seemed worried about you. Nammin's eyes widened. Depressed? Jihoon told him that? A tiny, startled laugh slipped out before he could stop it. Yeah, that. I have been feeling down. He wasn't exactly lying, but he still felt weird leaning into the story. So, he asked you to help? He did, Taeyang said softly. He said you needed something meaningful to look forward to. And honestly, I think you do too. His tone shifted slightly, more professional now. But I want to know if you feel ready for something like this. Touring, writing, pressure, new environment. It's a lot. Nammin swallowed. His heart was pounding so loudly he was sure it echoed into the phone. Was he ready? Absolutely not. But would he ever say no to Taeyang personally asking him if he wanted to join their tour? Not even in another lifetime. Yes, he blurted out way too fast. Yeah, I'd like that. I'm ready. He winced immediately at how eager he sounded. Taeyang chuckled softly, the sound warm and amused. You sound excited. Who, me? Nammin forced a calm voice that did not match his trembling fingers. No, not really. Just interested. Professional. Taeyang hummed, clearly not believing him but choosing to let it go. All right then, let's meet tomorrow at the company. I'll text you the address and we'll talk things through with the staff. Get to know your writing style. Okay, Nammin said quickly. Yes, I'll be there. Thank you so much. Before he could hang up to scream into his pillow, Taeyang spoke again, lower, unexpectedly sincere. I'm looking forward to spending some time with you, Nammin. The words hit him like a warm shock, spreading from his chest all the way to his ears, which instantly burned red. Yeah, me too, he stuttered softly. When the call ended, he just sat there, staring blankly into space, because for the first time in a very long time, his heart wasn't heavy. It was full. The rain had soaked into my sneakers by the time Min Jae and I finally got home, but I didn't even care. I was still riding that weird, giddy high from running hand in hand through the downpour with him. Felt stupidly magical, like something out of a drama I'd pretend not to watch. I had barely been inside when my phone vibrated. Nammin. Hey, I said. Jihoon. His voice came out breathy, somewhere between confused and scolding. Did you seriously tell Taeyang I was depressed? I winced. You found out. Why would you say that? He asked, bewildered. He sounded so worried. I know. I cut in softly. But listen, I didn't think you were ready to tell him about your health. And you weren't going to get a chance if I didn't nudge something forward. So I told him the next best thing. I just wanted to help you, okay? There was a long sigh on his end, but it wasn't angry. So you lied for me, he murmured. Also, I could get closer to him. Yeah, I said, smiling weakly. This is a good chance, for you to be by his side, for him to see your talent. I'm rooting for you, Nammin. A small laugh slipped out of him. Tired, soft. Thank you, really, but I don't have high hopes. He likes someone else. I'm not expecting anything. I'm just happy I get to be near him at all. My chest tightened a little at that. Love really was unfair sometimes. Well, I told him gently. I'm wishing you the absolute best, okay? Don't give up. He thanked me again before hanging up. I lowered the phone and immediately noticed Min Jae staring at me with this unreadable expression. What? I asked. He shrugged, but there was something teasing, almost sharp, in his smile. I'm glad you're so worried about your friend's love life, he said quietly, but you don't seem to care much about your own. My cheeks flared hot. I don't care about having a love life. He gave a knowing hum that made me feel even more exposed. Then he turned toward the kitchen. Come on, help me make lunch. I followed because what else was I supposed to do? But the moment we stepped into the kitchen, it was like the atmosphere changed. Min Jae kept leaning close, too close. Every time he needed something, he reached over me, or brushed my arm, or let his hand linger just a second too long when he took something from me. And it wasn't accidental. It really didn't feel accidental. But that made no sense. Min Jae, flirting? With me? No, impossible. My brain was clearly fried from the rain. He finished cooking something warm and delicious, rice with kimchi stew, and we sat down together. I took a bite, almost moaning at how good it was. Why are you so good at cooking? I asked, genuinely curious. He hesitated, eyes dropping to his plate. I was alone a lot, so I had to learn how to take care of myself. That hit deeper than I expected. Min Jae, I said quietly, reaching out without thinking. That must have been hard. I'm sorry. He lifted his eyes to mine, and for a moment everything around us seemed to fade. There was a tenderness in his gaze, gentle but intense, that made my heart stumble. We just stared at each other, like something was pulling us in. I broke eye contact first, my face burning, but I could still feel him looking at me, watching me like he was seeing something he wasn't sure he was allowed to want. And I had no idea what to do with that feeling. That evening, things felt strangely calm between us. Min Jae was sprawled on the floor with his phone, scrolling like he had no plans of moving for the next decade. I was on my bed with my laptop open, staring blankly at the webtoon contest page like it wanted to fight me. I groaned softly. I have no idea what to even submit for this competition. That got Min Jae's attention. He scooted closer, way too close, to see my screen. I swear my heart did a tiny spin as his arm brushed mine. My ears got hot instantly. Why did he have to come so close all the time? He leaned in, eyes scanning the contest guidelines. Why not do something personal? He suggested. Something that resonates with you. Maybe something you're experiencing. I stared at the blank storyboard on my screen, thinking about it, thinking way too much about it. Maybe something I was experiencing? Yeah, which part? The confusing crush? The glowing marks? The fact that Min Jae kept leaning into me like he was testing how fast my heart could explode? Before I could respond, my mother's voice echoed from the living room. I'm home. We both got up and went to greet her. She looked exhausted, hair a bit messy, her bag hanging from her arm like it weighed a ton. How was it? I asked. She sighed dramatically. Terrible. I still couldn't find a locksmith. I don't know what's going on. It's like the universe is against me today. Every single locksmith either canceled or refused. I'm so sorry, Min Jae. I really tried. Min Jae, instead of being upset, looked like he had just won the lottery. The guy was glowing inside. It's okay, ma'am, he said sweetly. Please don't worry. You should eat dinner. I prepared something nice earlier. My mom blinked and then her face lit up. You cooked? Really? Let me see. She marched straight into the kitchen. She tasted the food and paused, eyes widening. This is delicious, she exclaimed. Thank you, Min Jae. Honestly, Jihoon should learn something from you. His own mother is a chef, but he can barely fry an egg. Hey, I protested, which was accurate but still rude. She dished herself some food, humming happily. Then out of nowhere, she gasped. Oh, Jihoon. Guess who I ran into today? Mi Rae. I choked, full-on choked, coughed like a dying engine. What? Min Jae froze beside me like someone had splashed cold water on him. His expression was blank, but his aura screamed jealous fury. My mom, oblivious to my near death, kept talking. You remember Mi Rae, right? Your first love. I first know. I sputtered. No, she wasn't. Oh, stop pretending. Mom waved me off. You two were inseparable when you were kids, doing everything together. And then her parents moved to the US. But guess what? She's back. I saw her at the hotel restaurant today. My entire body was overheating from embarrassment. She wasn't my first love, I muttered, but she didn't hear me. Well, I invited her over tomorrow morning, she said cheerfully. I'm sure you're very happy. Happy? I yelped. Beside me, Min Jae didn't say a word, but his jaw tightened. If jealousy had a scent, it was radiating off him in thick clouds. And suddenly, I didn't know whether I should panic more about Mi Rae showing up tomorrow, or the fact that Min Jae looked like he wanted to strangle the air itself because of it. That night, I was pretending to focus on the webtoon contest, staring at my laptop like the answer would magically appear, when the real source of my distraction sat behind me, watching me, actually staring at me, like full-on burning a hole into my soul staring. I shifted, uncomfortably turning around. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Min Jae didn't even blink. Why did you lie? He asked quietly. My brows knit. Lie about what? About not being in love, he said, voice low and annoyingly calm. You said earlier you don't care about having a love life? But that's not true, is it? My heartbeat tripped. My palms went sweaty. I tried to laugh it off. That is not a big deal. People always misunderstood. Misunderstood what? He pressed, leaning a little closer as he sat near me. I sighed. Me and Mi Rae, our parents assumed we liked each other just because we were close. But I never liked her that way. Min Jae relaxed a bit, just a bit, until I added, actually, I've only liked one person in my whole life. He froze. Then he moved closer, then closer, until his face was right in front of mine. So close our breaths mingled. Who? He whispered, panicked. My heart was betraying me, thumping like a drum. My eyes darted away. I snapped my gaze back to my laptop, pretending to focus. That's none of your business? I muttered, trying to hide the flames burning across my cheeks. But out of the corner of my eye, I saw the way his expression darkened, the way jealousy crept into his eyes, as if the idea of me liking someone was physically painful for him. And weirdly, the realization made my own chest tighten. Nammin stood in front of Star's Entertainment, trying very hard not to look like he was about to faint. He clutched his bag tightly, remembering his mother's worried voice from earlier that morning. If you feel bad at all, come straight home or go to the hospital. He had promised her, though his hands trembled. Then the doors opened, and Taeyong walked out. Nammin's heart nearly leaped out of his body. Taeyong, glowing, handsome, smiling that slightly awkward but incredibly warm smile, walked straight toward him. You came, Taeyong said softly. Nammin nodded, suddenly breathless. Why yeah. Taeyong scratched the back of his neck, cheeks pink. Let's go inside. The members want to see you. They stepped in together, and almost immediately, V6XS workspace buzzed with life as the other members welcomed him. Nammin, good to see you again. But the loudest entrance belonged to Woojin, the lead dancer. He practically pounced, wrapping an arm around Nammin's shoulders before anyone could stop him. There you are, Woojin grinned. You have no idea how excited I was when I heard you were joining us. Our #1 fan. I haven't been able to stop thinking about you since our first concert. Seriously, where have you been hiding? Nammin froze like his soul left his body. Taeyong's smile twitched, just slightly, and for reasons he didn't want to acknowledge, not even to himself, he did not like the sight of Woojin's arm around Nammin. Not one bit. A quiet tension filled the room, unnoticed by everyone except, well, Taeyong himself, and possibly Woojin, who smirked just a little, as if he knew exactly what he was doing. The doorbell cut through the quiet of Jihoon's apartment. He paused, halfway through drawing on his sketch pad, and frowned. Could it be her? When he opened the door, his breath actually caught. Mi Rae stood there, hair perfectly curled, lips glossy, eyes sparkling like she knew the effect she had on people. "Hi, Jihoon," she said softly, stepping forward before he could even respond. "I've missed you." Jihoon froze. From the living room, Min Jae's eyes widened. His jaw clenched. He didn't understand why his stomach twisted, or why he suddenly felt heat crawling up his neck. But it was there. A quiet, stubborn jealousy that he couldn't explain even to himself. Thanks for watching. Do like and subscribe to the channel for more episodes.